Everyone keeps asking the wrong retirement question. Not how much money do I need, but what am I actually afraid of? Because the videos people can't stop watching all point to the same fear. Retirees saying their biggest regret wasn't wasting money, but not spending it when their bodies still worked. Endless fights about bucket strategies versus rebalancing, pretending to be math debates, but really about emotional comfort versus long-term survival. And the question that makes people physically uncomfortable: would you dare spend $10,000 a month in your first years of retirement? These aren't separate topics. They all expose the same tension. Did you save all this money just to stay safe? Or to actually live? The real problem isn't the market. It's your brain. The same brain that helped you accumulate wealth will try to ruin your retirement. A planner once shared a sentence that shocks high savers. "I wish I had saved less and spent more before retiring." Not on luxury nonsense, on strategic spending, major medical work, dental, vision, joints, a new roof, a new HVAC, a reliable paid-off car, the trips that required energy, stamina, and curiosity. Because once the paycheck stops, the brain flips into scarcity mode instantly. Even with $2 million, you start rehearsing disaster scenarios. Every withdrawal feels dangerous. Spending $10,000 from income feels normal. Spending $10,000 from savings feels like self-harm. So the first solution is simple but uncomfortable. Use your working income to prepay future freedom. You're not spending money. You're buying psychological safety for your retired self. Next pain point. What feels safest often costs you the most. The classic bucket strategy sounds perfect. Park years of spending in cash. Invest the rest. When markets crash, you smile and withdraw calmly. No panic, no selling low. And emotionally, it works. You sleep well, but the data is brutal. Large cash buckets quietly increase failure risk. Why? Because you avoided selling low, but you also avoided buying low. Cash doesn't fight for you. It watches. Static rebalancing does the opposite. It forces action. When stocks fall, it mechanically sells what held up and buys what crashed. No predictions, no courage, just discipline. Cash drag is real, measurable. Over a 30-year retirement, holding too much cash quietly erodes, compounding enough to decide whether your money lasts or not. Bucket strategies solve emotional discomfort, not financial durability. Rebalancing wins on outcomes, failure depth, and long-term sustainability. The cost: psychological difficulty. Humans hate buying when headlines scream fear. So the real solution isn't choosing math or emotions. It's designing a system that respects both. Which leads to the third pain point. Linear spending is a lie. The 4% rule quietly assumes your life energy is flat from 65 to 95. It isn't. Your highest value years are early. Your health, curiosity, and physical ability peak, then decline. $1 at 65 can buy adventure. $1 at 85 buys comfort. Most people don't run out of money. They run out of life windows. They underspend when they're strongest, then oversave for years they can't fully use. That's the real bankruptcy. Experience bankruptcy. The solution is front-loaded spending, not reckless spending. Intentional spending. Higher withdrawals early, lower later. Because income stacks later. Social Security starts. Medicare reduces costs. Pensions kick in. Meanwhile, spending naturally falls. Travel fades. Simplicity rises. The curves cross. Early higher spending. Later, higher guaranteed income. When planned correctly, early withdrawal rates of 6 to 7% don't destroy the plan. They optimize the life. So here's the integrated framework. First, redefine your balance sheet. Stop looking only at account values. List your experience liabilities, medical work, home upgrades, trips that require health. Treat them like high-priority debt. Pay them while income still flows. Second, build a hybrid system. Let most of your assets run on a simple rebalancing engine. That's your math backbone. Then add a small cash buffer. Not 5 years, 1 or 2, not to maximize returns, To prevent self-sabotage when fear spikes, it's a sedative, not nutrition. Third, design your personal front-loaded spending curve. Identify your energy decade. Calculate how much more you can safely spend during those years using guardrails, not guesses. Then, pre-commit. Book the trips. Schedule the experiences. Once the money is spent and the calendar is set, your saver brain can't cancel your life. This is what conscious retirement really means. Not chasing the biggest number, but balancing fear and freedom, math and humanity, future safety and present vitality. The people who retire well don't just understand compounding money. They understand compounding experiences, and they know the most expensive luxury isn't a yacht. It's the years you didn't live when you still could.